I started studying, I realized that I had these gifts and I was female. I used to actually pray, Lord, why did you make me a woman and give me these gifts? One day I was praying, I actually had a kind of experience of, duh, God. God is a God of grace. We don't need to err on the side of conservatism. Be careful how we step. You have to take risks. You have to take risks. My risk was teaching, was to teach men. I love that every time you go in the class, students are there. I mean, they're there, they're ready for something to happen. And you walk in and you come to life with them. They're really into it. And they sacrifice so much to be here. I always go in the room and I feel like their time is put on the altar. Their time in their lives.
From the minute you meet Cindy, she communicates passion and love for not only the church and the history of the church's thought, but passion for you as a person, you as a learner. I think she was put on this earth to make students fall in love with Christian theology, and that's what makes her a great educator at a seminary.
Cindy's an exceptional educator because she cares passionately about helping students ask the right questions and answer the questions about theology. She gets so excited about theology, so engaged in what she's teaching, that we can't keep her behind a podium. We have to have her on a place where she can walk up and down because she's gesturing and she's animated about how we think about faith, how we understand what it is we claim as Christians.
She is a rock star among the student body of the seminary. She is very attentive to students. People were just always looking forward to the moment when she stood up on a chair and jumped down, or stood on a table and jumped down.
I took as many classes with Cynthia Rigby as I could. She was a delightful professor and a strong influence on my theology and my understanding of worship as well. Cindy helped me understand that theology can be a lively and engaging discipline. It can speak in everyday language and still connect with some of the deepest mysteries of our faith.
Cindy is one of our most esteemed authors. Probably most of the Presbyterian Church, especially the pastors, have read her books in preparation for ministry in one way or another. In addition, that entire Connections series, the volumes and volumes of that, were her gift to the whole church.
Certainly, Cindy is a well-respected theologian, not only within Presbyterian circles, but also within the Guild. When I go to presentations at conferences, quoting her, and they always come to me and say, you know, oh, you are at Austin Presbyterian Theological Seminary, you should know Cindy. Of course, I'm the president, I know my faculty, but what they want to say is, I have used her work and find it valuable.
What God desires becomes what we desire. Amen? But then what we have to do is we have to figure out what it is God desires, which is kind of an ongoing struggle to discern, figure out what God desires. I don't know about you, but I personally wouldn't mind seeing a burning bush now and then, or having Gabriel appear to me and giving me a little more direct guidance.
I think it was important to bring Cindy back to the classroom because, first of all, the classroom is what brings her to life. In the classroom, there's something that energizes her, that brings her alive. And I think as a seminary, we owe to her to provide a space so that she can also have this sense of purpose even when she's going through these challenges, health challenges. But also for the benefit of the institution.
She has become a figure of someone who is living theologically with the embodiment of disability and learning what that means and what that looks like and all of the frustrations of that and how to live through those in a way that is faithful while maintaining who she is, the fullness of who she is.
Don't believe it. I don't believe I'm worthy of it. And I know that I have passion for the church, and I know that I'm a good teacher. I started teaching at Princeton, and people came to me and said, "You're really good at this." And it's always been. The church has dragged me along. And this is another way that somehow the church is saying to me that I have value. I have value if I can't teach too, but that I have a valuable contribution to make.
What she embodies is hope. This is an era of the church's history, particularly in the PCUSA and many mainline denominations, where there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of even despair, a lot of panic about the future. Cindy knows that in the end, the church belongs to God, and our hope for the church rests in God.
I can't think of another person who deserves this more. I think it's a wonderful thing that she is being honored in this way.